were you more happy when you achieved that end goal, or were you more happy when you were actively making steps to achieve that main goal? You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? I hope so. Alright, what is up, guys? We are back once again with another video. That reminds me of an old YouTuber that I used to watch for RuneScape. Hooba. If you guys know who that is, then you'll know why I can't say the rest of it. Alright, you know, we're gonna make the first pit stop. I gotta go chug my Red Bull. Uh-oh, here we go. Hey, you guys, so I've been gone for a while, and so long story, we'll just make long story short, then we can get to the whole point of this video. I want to talk about a concept of chasing happiness, and why it could be the reason why yourself and myself could be potentially not making any progress, or feeling like we're not making any progress. It's a whole thing. I'll get into it in a little bit, but I wanted to apologize first for missing a couple days, or a week or so, or whatever, of recording. Things have been a little bit off lately. We had our air conditioner go out, and we had to have it replaced, and it's like been like 110, 111, 112 degrees. So it's been really hot. I think inside our place has been like 90 or something. And then at the same time, one of my co-workers came to work real sick and stuff, and you know, it's irritating because they were sitting there laughing because everybody just made a joke about it, like, oh, you're gonna get us sick. And sure enough, I ended up catching it, and it started out just as a stomach flu or something, but for me it turned into pneumonia in the end. So I've actually been dealing with this for like a week now, and I've been running a fever and everything, and all that while I have like 90 degrees inside. It's just been miserable. I'm gonna just take this in with me. Hopefully it's okay. Let's see. Let's get the Sumer edition. Yeah, I'll point you down. Yeah, it's always good to have at least some proof if something happens. Yeah, thanks, bud. Alright, I had to aim you guys down. I might end up just cutting that out. I don't know what was visible on the video, but whew, okay, we're not chugging it just yet. But so what I wanted to get at is what was I talking about? Yeah, no, so I had caught pneumonia from this cold, and our air conditioner's been out, and I've been running a fever, and it's like 90 degrees inside, and then if I wanted to go outside, it was like 112. It was not fun. So it's been a little bit off, and I'm still kind of getting over the tail end of it, but I've been out for basically out of the game for the last 3 days or something, and I think it's been longer than that. I think it's been like 4 or 5. Just sitting at home doing jack hell all day. I gotta watch my language here. But it's just not good, and I feel like I've been getting really anxious, like, man, I need to get out and do something to make some progress or do something. It's just irritating me. So you guys are gonna have to deal with me being a little bit quieter today. Still hurts a little bit to talk, but that's alright. So anyways, TLDR, I turned off the hyper smooth entirely on my camera, and it's I'm gonna see if that makes it look any more action-packed and cool. So I'm still running 120 FPS, and the hyper smooth's been turned off. So yeah. So anyways, I just want it to look cool. Like if I'm doing something fun, it appears more fun, because sometimes a hyper smooth takes all the action out of the action, if you know what I mean. So anyways, what I wanted to talk about today was the pursuit of happiness, chasing after happiness, where your end goal is to be happy. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because you could literally ask anybody on the planet, what is their number one goal in life? To be happy. And it's like, if you make happiness the end goal, you are selling yourself so flippin' short on life, the entirety of life. The reason is because if it makes you, oh, I stutter a lot. It makes you define what would make you happy. And that is important, yes. That is very important, and it should definitely be done. You should always know what makes you happy, what makes you an individual, what makes you unique way. But the issue is, if the happiness is your end goal, then if you achieve those things, you might be happy for a moment, but you've achieved your goal and you get bored. And for some people, and it causes stagnation. For some people, they'll be like, oh, I'll be happy if I just get a house of my own, which is great. Everybody would be happy nowadays. Jeez, it's so flippin' expensive. I'm trying to be careful. It's so flippin' expensive to have a house of your own these days that anybody would be happy there. But if your goal for happiness in life is to have a house of your own, you get a house of your own eventually, and you become stagnant, because goal achieved, what else is there to do? And so I want to propose a different train of thought, a different goal, because so material possession, in my opinion, is an illusion of happiness. Those end goals are an illusion of happiness. It's what you think is going to make you happy. But let's be real. Let's look back in your life to times that you have completed or been working on any goals or whatever. Were you more happy? Let me figure out how to say this. Were you more happy when you achieved that end goal, or were you more happy when you were actively making steps to achieve that main goal? You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? I hope so. I have found, at least in my experience, and of course it's never definite, nothing I ever say on this channel is definite, and from my experience though, my real foundational happiness and contentment with my day-to-day life and everything has come from the pursuit of a goal. Not the goal itself, the pursuit of the goal. And I feel like that's very, very important. And if there's others that share this ideology or this whatever with me, if there's any of you guys that share that, then I think it's like kind of like having a superpower in a way, you know, because you can always create new goals, and like if you're finding your joy or whatever in the pursuit of those goals, and then you have the ability to constantly create new goals, then you will always be happy, right? Kind of what I want to get at here is, instead of pursuing happiness as the end goal, find your happiness in the pursuit of other goals, you know, because in my opinion, that'll keep you motivated and keep you pushed for the long term. Depending on how big the goal is, you might, you know, that happiness might last for a long time if it's just pursuit of the goal, but like once you get there, if you become stagnant, like I said, I feel like that's where you start to kill your momentum and kill your drive and stuff. And sometimes I feel like if you've experienced great joy in the pursuit of a goal, and it was unchecked, but experienced, but unchecked, I feel like when you achieve this goal and you feel that temporary, momentary kind of reaction to achieving the goal, I think that you end up comparing it to the joy that you felt in the process, and then it kind of sells short the achievement that you've accomplished in a way. Like, in a way, it can cause like a crack in your foundation. You know what I mean? The foundation that you build throughout your life in pursuit of a success or a pursuit of better life for yourself and your family and your loved ones. I feel like it creates a crack. I'm trying to figure this out while I'm explaining it, but I hope that makes sense. So that's kind of really all I wanted to get about today. I just wanted to get out and do something and share this because I feel like I've been experiencing that. As you guys are probably well aware of, I am always trying to talk about mindsets and just the pursuit of goals and stuff, and break the veil. Just, you gotta tear down the veil. You gotta tear down the veil, man. You gotta stop being a little programmed zombie in life. It's not, I mean, like, I guess ignorance is bliss in the state that where you just don't know better, but man, that's not life in my opinion, because I feel like I feel like it got us all tied up in a way that's a very unhealthy, non-human lifestyle, basically. And really the only way to escape that is to be able to start to see what's going on. But yeah, this is a whole different topic, but I've been experiencing it. My channel, I constantly, always, constantly, all the time, am talking about pursuing goals and happiness and stuff, and this is a new process to me, relatively new, comparatively new. It's been maybe like 3 years now that I've been actively, purposefully waking up each morning trying to figure out what am I going to do today to do better, because I'm 30 and it took me until like I was 26 or 27 to finally care. You know what I mean? But I talk about these things all the time, and I feel like recently it kind of dawned on me that I have been placing my focus in the wrong place, and it's kind of created this sense of I've done nothing. But then when you actually take note and take inventory of how your life has changed in that pursuit, you go, well, actually, yes, I have done something. But if I have done all this and this and this and this, why does it not feel like it? And I think that comes from the pursuit of happiness. And it's kind of a weird topic to talk about, because I don't want to tell people not to pursue being happy, because that's not the case. I want people to live their life the happiest they possibly can. I just want to say that for some people's personalities, including myself, from my experience, some people's personalities require the pursuit of a goal to be in the most joy-filled state of being. I hope that makes sense. I feel like it's pretty important, because again, I think I've spent the last few years telling myself I just want to be happy, and that's good, because you do find happiness, but then you also don't realize that you've accomplished things in the process. And in a way, it's not giving yourself credit for the hard work that you've put in. Because I can guarantee you that you watching this video right now have put a lot of hard work into your life, whether you know it or not, whether you feel it or not. Because it's not an easy journey, you know? It's not an easy journey, and it's not getting any easier. In a way, I don't think it should be getting any easier, because then it kind of like devalues the whole process. But yeah, just to be here today and to be in a state of being where you're like, you know, hey, I want to pursue a better life, or you know, make better choices, change things, or just identify the places where I'm holding myself back or harming myself in a way. Just having the mindset to pursue those things in this day and age, with all of the programming that goes on, all of the unhealthy habits that are constantly shoved down our throats day in and day out. Just being in a place where you want to at least identify those things is so valuable, you don't even know. So I've kind of talked around a little bit about this one, and as usual, I have no clue if it's made any sense at all, but I am gonna go ahead and call this one. I'm starting to lose my voice again, and I need to cough, and I don't want to do it on the microphone here for you guys. I'm gonna save you from it. This person wants to get in. Come on, get in. Anyways, yeah, you guys are doing great. Believe me, believe in yourself. You guys are doing great. Keep pushing, and perhaps, if you haven't thought about it yet, consider the fact that possibly you might be finding, like myself, more joy in the pursuit of a worthy goal than you are in the actual end result. And understand that if that's the case, you have a superpower, a super duper power. Because if you set yourself a worthy goal and you find joy in pursuing that goal, it's going to keep you on track. And then as soon as you pursue that goal, yes, you're going to get that high of a sense of accomplishment, and you're going to be great and proud of yourself and grateful for it. But then you can always make a new goal, and then you can pursue it, and you can rinse and repeat. And if you focus and do it in that manner, you can accomplish so much. So before I go, I want to advise that, you know, as cliche as it sounds, I want you guys to take some time today, when you're done listening to this video, to really in detail sit down, close your eyes, take a deep breath, find some quiet, find some peace. Or just throughout your day, if you work a mindless, repetitive job like myself, you can even do the thought process at work, because there's no thought put into my work, and it's brain numbing and it's terrible. But take some time, find some time, make some time to create an extremely detailed picture of where you want to be. Make it 20 years, make it 30 years, 40 years, I don't know how long you want it to be. Make a very detailed image in your mind of this, and while you're looking at these things, feel the environment, if that makes any sense. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it windy? What does it smell like? And or the people around you, what are you guys talking about? Who are they? It's like, what are you doing? Things like that. You want those details, and then think about who is in the shoes Who's standing in your shoes right there? And be honest about it, and identify the places where that person is different than you right now. And it's not to make yourself feel bad about where you are or what you're doing or whatever, but I mean their mindset, their habits, their day-to-day habits, their health, their appearance. How do they take care of themselves? Do they present themselves in a way that makes them look valuable? Things like that. You need to know those things, and you need to identify the gaps in that image and where you are, because it's in fixing the gaps of that image of who you are where you will acquire and attract the results, the environment that you see that person in. It's not the pursuit of the things. You might get lucky and you might get some of those things by pursuing it, but if you don't change the person that's pursuing it, you'll lose it. And I can say that from experience. You will lose it. So pursue the person, create those goals, get that super detailed image of yourself in like 10, 15, 20 years or whatever you decide it's going to be. And then grab a notebook, start writing things down. And while you're writing them down, your big picture, write down smaller goals that when you achieve those smaller goals today or tomorrow or next week or next month or this year, in achieving those, you're accomplishing the bigger goal. Like, you know, if it's a degree, if it's education, you know, if it's a savings plan, an emergency fund, or paying off debts or something, do those things. Anyways, I'm gonna go. People are probably wondering why I'm talking to myself here. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for coming with me. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. Peace. Bye.